Welcome back, friends, to my vanilla Minecraft single-player world. Today we are in Minecraft Beta 1.1_02, and we are back downstairs where we haven't been for an episode or so, and I wanted to bring you guys up to speed on what I've been working on down here. I've been doing a lot of mining, as you can tell, and I've been working on expanding and digging out the entire area down here. That's kind of my plan. But more interestingly, I've been upgrading and updating my classic mob grinder that I built 2 episodes ago. So, let me walk you through the changes. First of all, you might notice there's a little chute up here that isn't in the main tunnels, whatever we want to call these things. There's a little area that's apart from those, and the explanation for that is that I decided to tie in the skeleton spawner that we found to that main mob grinder system. So, if I can show you, I added water in where the spawner goes, and the skeletons generate, and they try to shoot me, and then they get funneled down into a hallway, and the water eventually pushes them. See, there you go. There they are. And the water pushes them through some channels in here. Don't feel like getting shot at, but there it is. Yeah. So you get the picture with that. And they go down here, kind of in the ground, and then they get pushed into this chute. And they end up down here with the rest of the mobs to get burnt up. I also made another change. Specifically, I made it so that spiders get killed. Spiders are different from the other mobs because instead of being 2 blocks tall, they are 1 block tall but wide. And originally my plan for this was to use cactus to kill them, which works, but cactus tends to eat items, and we don't have hoppers, so I came up with a better idea. The better idea is that the spiders will come in through here, and they will get sucked up there, and they will drown themselves, essentially, in the water. So that's how that works. I also went ahead and I added another section up above. There's now 2 floors with water channels that feed mobs into this grinder. And so far, we're doing pretty well with the amount of items that we are getting out of here. So, I'm pretty happy with how well this is working. There's a creeper. Several creepers. They tend to come in batches, like 3 or 4 creepers will come at once, 3 or 4 spiders will come at once, stuff like that. Anyway, I think that's pretty much all I've got to show you specifically, apart from the mining that I've been doing. I've been doing my best to get a pretty good collection of diamonds. I got a decent-sized amount, about half a stack, which is good enough for me for now. Today, I wanted to focus on our next project, which is going to be a farm. And this is going to be it's going to be a practical farm, as opposed to a impractical farm for the looks. And we're going to put it here, where this cube is, if that makes any sense. Over here on this side, we've got the mob grinder, and eventually all of this will all get taken out and cut down to all the way to floor level. But this area here, I'm not sure what to do with, and I realized that I'm going to need a farm at some point, so why not put it here? So I think that's my plan. For today's episode. Why don't I go ahead and just start excavating this area here. Coincidentally, we are on Minecraft Beta 1.1_02, as I think I mentioned, and there are practically no changes. They fixed some glitch, that was all. I believe it was released the same day as 1.1.1. which is what I'll call it for shorthand. I believe it was released the same day, very minor update. The big one coming up will be 1.2, which will be next episode. Next episode, we get to add some really useful and very cool new features to the game. which anyone who's played the game is probably very, very used to. We're getting stuff like charcoal, and I don't think we're getting beds yet. Beds is 1.3. That'll be a big day. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and work on clearing this area out and bring you back in a bit. I think that's coming along pretty nice. There's something else I wanted to mention. I built this stairway down here to start excavating this lower level. I think I mentioned a few episodes that the way a few episodes ago that the way I typically build is I excavate the entire bottom of the map. You know, I don't like to miss diamonds. I like to have it open, and like I've said many times, I like to build underground. So that's pretty much what this is the goal of. But there's an issue with that, and this is something that doesn't become an issue for a long time, if I remember. But eventually, they change it so you can't see as clearly when you're at the bottom of the map. So right now, I can see just fine. I can see all the way to the other end of there. But they change it at some point. I believe it's somewhere around 1.7 or 1.8 of the full release. Could be in beta, though. I don't remember. So I'm not looking forward to that day. But thankfully, I think the main level of our base is a pretty good level. That might be one of the reasons why I typically build on 11. I think this is a pretty good level where we're not going to have distance issues. Typically, I would play with a higher render distance, but I've been having issues with the computer overheating. It seems Minecraft pulls a lot of power. I don't know what. It doesn't seem to be as easy to run as it used to be, or it could be related to the fact that I'm recording video at the same time. But I've had my computer getting kind of hot, so turn down the video settings a bit. Once we get towards the full release, I believe that will work itself out, and I'll put us back on fancy graphics, high render distance, because my computer can handle that, but the older versions seem to be a bit more picky and a bit more intensive, which makes sense for a young program. This is still in beta, remember. This is technically not an official game, but thankfully we get to come back here and play it. Anyway, I'm going to keep working on this. Okay, I've got this all cleared out here. The only crop that we can plant and grow at this point in the game is wheat. There are no carrots. There are no potatoes. There are no melons. There are pumpkins, but you can't grow them. They only generate. They are not growable. So we got to plant some wheat here. Seeds. 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 Not seeing any. You know what? I think I might not have any seeds. Let's just do a check in here. No seeds. Wait a minute. No grass. Where do I get seeds from? Does anybody know where I get seeds from? I don't have any seeds and there isn't any grass. What are we going to do? Well, I do actually know how to get seeds, but I did have to look it up. So, back in Minecraft Beta, there is no grass, quite obviously. And the only way to get seeds is to till grass. Like so. I think. I looked it up. Come on. There it is. I got one seed. All right. We're just going to keep going here. Get at least a couple. That'll get us started. Ah. Oh, it's just a sheep. Okay. Got two. It's very different from what I'm used to. I'm used to grass. And all this grass will eventually grow back. I'm not going to leave it like this permanently. But I do need seeds. Okay, I'm going to leave it like that. Oh, I put in the automatic door openers, these little pressure plates. The reason I have the pressure plates is because I went to go and make wooden half slabs, but you can't make wooden half slabs. That's the recipe for pressure plates once they added wooden half slabs. Right now, all you can do is make a pressure plate like that. which is something I'd forgotten, and I was like, oh, wait a second. So, I've got my seeds. I'm going to go back downstairs and start planting. Okay, we are back downstairs, and I have a plan. I'm going to do my standard 9x9 plots in here. We'll see how this goes. I've never done this design of a farm in Minecraft beta 1 point anything. So, basically... Oh. Basically, the design is that you can fit... you can put tilled dirt up to 4 blocks on either side, any direction of a source block of water. And in fact, I'm going to leave that like that for now. So, by going 9x9, you can put a source block in the middle, and you can have your dirt all the way around there, and it'll work. All the dirt will stay tilled, I believe. I guess we will discover shortly if that is in fact the case or not. 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8, 9. So yeah, we will discover shortly if this is going to be the case or not. Wow, this feels big. Could just be the lighting. I'm really not used to this lighting. That's something that's coming in a future update. It might be 1.3. I believe it is 1.3. It could be 1.4. I don't quite remember. One update that is coming in 1.2, which will be in our next episode, is going to be higher duration on all the tools. So right now, tools run out pretty darn fast, even diamond ones. And in the next episode, they extend that so the duration lasts longer. But they also did something different for gold tools. If you have a gold tool in the upcoming update, that tool works a lot faster than the others, but the durability is still low. As I think most people are aware, you don't want to use gold tools because the durability is really low. But I believe, at least at this part in the game, the speed involved with that was occasionally worth it for the lower durability. Anyway, I'm going to keep working on these farm plots here. Okay, let's put this to the test. So far, so good. The tricky bit will be getting light into this area. And I got a trick that I think will work, but it'll be interesting. So yeah, let me make a new hoe. Oh, something I wanted to point out before it changed. These sugarcane are called reeds. I believe that's something that they change at some point. What are you backing up for? I've had this issue a few times. The spiders are not super agreeable, but I do my best. It's not as bad as it has been. Oh, and I can't pick any of that up, can I? I'll just go and empty out stuff that I don't really need. Like that. These are important. They have to do with what I'm going to show you here in a sec. Just go and collect this stuff before it despawns. Got a long time to go till hoppers. Put those there, those there, those there, those there. Okay. Looks like we are doing pretty good on the dirt. It looks like all of it is, in fact, staying wet, which is exactly what we'd hoped for. Cool. But, like I mentioned, we've got this issue with we've got the issue with lighting in the middle here. So the way we're going to fix that is with jack-o'-lanterns. And I only have I only have 3. I went out looking for them. I could only find 3. What? You tell me we don't have jack-o'-lanterns yet? Oh, no, it worked. Okay. That's good. Okay, good. I was really worried there for a sec. There we go. There's our light source, and because I haven't found the 3rd jack-o'-lantern yet, I think I have to leave that torch there. We'll see if this works. But eventually I'm going to put fence posts, fence rail here. Why are you... Come on. That's not fair. Is it because I'm walking on it? Okay, well, just stay like that. And I'm going to go and quickly make a few fence posts. How do I make those? Was it this? Yeah. So, in this version of the game, as I mentioned previously, you can't stack these on top of each other, which means I can't put a fence post thing here to support these pumpkins, which is what my plan was. So eventually, when that becomes a thing, I will add that, which I don't think is too far away. My guess is that that's a beta 1.3, 1.4 thing. We will find out. But for now, I know that the lighting on this edge should be plenty. Just in case, I will add these here. And what? Why are you? Why? Just no. We're not going to do that. We're going to stay and we're going to grow, right? Anyway, I will keep fighting with this to make my wheat grow. Because it is very important that we get something other than pork chop for us to eat. Because that is not going very well. Going out there and killing pigs is not renewable. Although, I would point out that at this point in the game, you can't breed pigs. So if I need pork chop, I need to go out and literally kill a bunch of pigs that are just roaming around. Thankfully, they also generate pretty frequently, but I would much rather get a farm going so that this is much easier. Anyway, I'm going to duplicate this farm over here, and I'll come back to you when I'm done with that. Another thing that I'm pretty excited about that for the next episode's update to 1.2 is that we will be getting bones. Right now, skeletons only drop arrows. That's it. So, it's going to be a big deal when they start dropping bones. I think I mentioned it a few episodes ago. But, for instance, bones means that we can get bone meal, which means I don't have to sit here and wait for all these to grow, which would be very nice. But, for now, we don't have that. There's a lot we don't have. There's a lot that we are very used to that we don't have, and that's okay. That's the whole point of what we're doing. That's the whole point of playing these older versions, is to experience the way the game used to be. And there's nothing wrong with that. The whole point, that's the point of this. Anyway, I had to go upstairs and get some more seeds, and we're coming along very slowly. I'm still not sure why some of the dirt tends to unsow itself. I think it might be because if it takes too long for the dirt to become wet dirt, whatever this is, if it takes too long, it reverts back to dirt, even though it's near a source block, which is a glitch I believe that they fix eventually. Or it was on purpose and they fixed eventually. One or the other. I don't know. But yeah, I think while that's going on, we might work on some beautification work. So I've got some stone hidden here in my hidden furnace. I love this. I love this hidden furnace. This is great. I'm very tempted to go in and change the texture pack and add in that surface on the top of furnaces, because that is not the way it is in modern day and age. But we are playing vanilla. Whatever vanilla happens to be, that's what we are playing. And that means textures. That means sounds, except for the fact that I don't quite have the sounds. I believe in episode 1 or episode 2 I explain that I'm not able to get the exact correct sounds, and some of them are missing, like this sound. No sound. Which is okay. This one's missing too. the shooting, not the arrow landing. But once we get a couple more episodes or a couple more versions in, we should get the sounds back. But I had to fight with the game in order to get it to give me these. Right, we are going to do some beautification. As you can see, I've been working pretty hard already, actually, to get the roof and this area looking pretty good. But there is still plenty of work to be done. Smooth stone is all that we have right now. We can't do anything other than that, which is just fine. Don't need you. I need you. There's nothing wrong with smooth stone, except that it's dull and monotonous. But we will make do with what we can for now. There will be several rounds of updating, I believe, as different blocks get added to the game. So stone brick is coming within, I want to say it's 1.3, but I could be wrong. Beta 1.3, that is. Regular update 1.3 is a different story. That's very far off from where we are at today. But thankfully, the vast majority of the game, as we know it, is pretty much finalized by the time we get to Beta 1.8. Beta 1.8 is the adventure update, and that is when they added the end. Oh no. Oh well. That's the update when they added the end. So, that will be very good. It'll be nice to go to the end and get some stuff. We can even kill the end dragon at that point. That's actually not something I've ever done before, at least not in 100% vanilla without cheats or anything. I've never done that, so we will get to experience me killing the ender dragon for the first time without help, and that'll be interesting. But by the time we get there, we'll be pretty experienced with these old versions, so that'll be good. I wonder how far off that is. If I do one update an episode, I wonder how long it'll take me to get to 1.8. Can't be that long. But that being said, I will probably stop for a couple episodes at 1.2 and at least 3 or 4 once I get to 1.3. Because I don't want to do an update an episode every single time. There's just too many changes to do in one episode. But for these ones from 1.1, 1.1.2, the differences are so minimal that I didn't bother changing. These guys are noisy. Maybe I should turn the sound down a bit. Anyway, I am going to keep working on cleaning up this area a bit. Maybe I'll try to think of something cool to do with all the obsidian we're going to get. Actually, that's a great idea for what the next episode should be. The next episode should be a nether episode. We haven't gone to the nether yet in this world. That'll be a fun thing to do. And the nether is pretty straightforward at this point in the game, as from what I remember. No fortresses, no blazes. I think it is literally just pigmen and ghasts. And the pigmen drop pork chops. Anyway, I will keep working on this. Okay, I ended up going on a bit of an adventure trying to find a last pumpkin to put here and complete the look of this, but it got very long and I got lost and my game crashed once and didn't die, but it was still quite the experience trying to find another pumpkin, so it'll eventually be very important for us to find some pumpkin seeds and we can eventually grow pumpkins. But anyway, for now, I think this is where I will leave the episode. I think we did a good job of getting us some renewable food source started. I might rethink the way this goes to make it a bit smaller because what I found out is this. If you walk on it, it untilts. They changed that at some point, but I don't know how soon that is, so it's going to be pretty risky to keep it the way it is, the way I'm used to. So we'll see. I might end up changing this around a bit, but I think that'll do it for today. Thanks very much for watching, friends. I always appreciate your input on what's been going on. If I missed an important detail or something like that, go ahead and let me know. If you think my design is pretty cool, let me know. Anything like that is very much appreciated. Leave a like or a comment or subscribe to the channel if you want to watch more of these. And thanks very much for watching, friends, and I'll see you next time.